As stated earlier, I am a professor at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, where I coordinate a principal preparation program with Clark County School District, which is the 5th largest district in the country. I'm a retired high school principal and a former physics, math, and computer science teacher. Educational leadership is a topic in which I have great passion and commitment to, and I applaud the committee for including this important issue as part of the reauthorization of the Elementary and Secondary Education Act. Research documents what educators inherently know. A strong principal is second only to a highly effective teacher in producing student learning and achievement. The renewed emphasis on school-level outcomes and student achievement places the school leader at the center of all school reform efforts. Today's principals and assistant principals are expected to be visionary leaders, instructional experts, building managers, assessment specialists, disciplinarians, community builders, and more. They are also the ones ultimately held responsible for student achievement. Therefore, it is imperative that we do a better job of preparing principals and other school leaders, as well as supporting them to be able to meet the needs of teachers and students. To create a consistently reliable process to develop, recognize, and retain effective principals, the National Board for Professional Teaching Standards has launched the development of a voluntary national certification for successful, experienced principals, assistant principals, and teacher leaders, known as National Board Certification for Educational Leaders. Assisting in this effort are the National Association of Elementary School Principals, National Association of Secondary School Principals, the National Middle Schools Association, the American Association of School Administrators, and representatives from higher education, district and state administration and professional associations. I had the honor of serving as the co-chair of the committee that developed the National Board Standards for Accomplished Principals. These standards represent a professional consensus on the very unique practices that distinguish accomplished principals. They are cast in terms of the collaborative actions that accomplished principals take to advance learning to the very highest level for each and every child. These principals recruit, promote, and retain accomplished teachers. They improve the school culture and performance. They advocate for the profession and the needs of their school, and they purposefully engage families and the broader community in the school's vision and mission. I am now working on the development of the assessment that will form the foundation and the rich amalgam of knowledge, skills, and dispositions that will characterize National Board Certified Principals. Having a set of standards that define best practices allows the development of professional education that is targeted for the continuum of practice. As school leaders engage and reflect on their level of practice, and for those who hold the responsibility of preparing leaders, the standards continuum now offers the profession a much clearer view of the requirements of successful practice and leadership. As school districts seek to select and develop principals, assistant principals, and teacher leaders that can lead the much-needed transformation of our schools, the existence of a continuum of standards to assist and identify accomplished practice is hugely beneficial. National Board Certification for Principals will define and validate the requirements that identify an accomplished, effective, and results-oriented principal. As in medicine, law, and other fields, it will support excellence, motivation, and prestige within the profession. Indeed, principals that meet these standards will have made a commitment to excellence in their schools and throughout their school districts. However, if principals and assistant principals are to meet the growing, ever-changing expectations of this very demanding position, they require continued professional development, personalized to meet their individual needs. This is true for all school leaders, regardless of their initial preparation or their length of service. The educational challenge of the 21st century is to achieve high levels of learning for each and every student. As increased accountability becomes the norm, leadership becomes more challenging and demanding. In today's complex world, in schools beset with new kinds of issues and problems, the ability of the principal to improve the effectiveness of the school is the critical element in determining the kind of impact that the school will have on its students. There are no shortcuts to school success, but a serious examination of the leadership practices that can drive the quality and effectiveness of our schools is the most significant way that we can offer our neediest students that you referred to. These students deserve the better support to help them reach the high standards of excellence. Effective educational success depends on quality school leadership. This means that it is imperative that we attract, develop, and retain the very best and brightest educational leaders to the profession to prepare students for the expectation of an ever-changing diverse population and global economy. Thank you for the opportunity to testify before you today.